Here we go!
I can't hold on much longer. Oh wait, we're live again? Nobody would rather listen to my concert? Well, okay then, see if I refund y'all's tickets. What's up, everybody? This is your self-proclaimed chief of the Blue Blurs, Gamer Blank 90, here to present to you Sonic Remixed Adventure, a highly ambitious Sonic Mania mod that basically integrates Sonic Adventure onto Sonic Mania's framework. As you might see from the stage left screen, we have only a singular act each of Emerald Coast from Adventure 1 and Final Rush from Adventure 2 to play around with. This is a demo, so it won't be a terribly long showcase, but for such a short showcase, it shows a lot of promise, I gotta say. As someone who absolutely adores the Sonic Adventure games, I was absolutely stoked to find out that this mod existed, and with that just released at the time the Sonic Hacking Contest launched this week. And so I was like, alright, I am totally covering this. Of course, I was in the process of covering Mega Mix Mania first, so I wanted to deal with that one first, and then get straight to this mod, which was totally next in line. So here we have it, Sonic Remixed Adventure, complete with a modern Sonic sprite, which I believe was designed by, I want to say it was Fortnite, shortly after the original Sonic Mania came out, so this sprite has actually existed for a couple of years. Now, if that's undergone any edits for the purposes of this mod, I'm not entirely aware of the extent of them. I just know that this mod was entirely a joint effort by Team Dreamcast, and speaking of Dreamcast, if you were paying close attention to the title screen, you might have seen this phrase replacing the press start button's line, and that was, "The dream's been cast." It was a powerful reference to the legacy of the Sega Dreamcast, which to this day remains one of my absolute favorite consoles out there. But of course, being a Sonic fan, I guess it would be somewhat biased to call the Dreamcast a favorite, but I mean, whether you're a Sonic fan or not, the Dreamcast definitely shook up the gaming industry, even if its lifespan was tragically short. It's times like this that I really wish Sega was still in the console industry, dude. Imagine a Dreamcast 2 with today's technology. Make it big, doesn't it? But yeah, here we are at Emerald Coast. Now, if I remember correctly, this uses a Generation 3DS version of the Emerald Coast theme. Personally, I wish they went with the Sega Dreamcast version, but either version is perfectly fine with me. Both are great to listen to. Woo! Now, as you might have imagined, the game HUD and a core model Sonic sprite was redone for the purposes of Sonic Remixed Adventure. Although, I have to say, I find the choice of font and color a little odd for the word score, time, and range at the upper left of here. Like, it doesn't exactly bother me all that much to look at, but I could see it coming off as slightly unreadable for anybody playing this mod. Like, not terribly unreadable, but I don't know, it just feels a little bit jarring to look at some moment. But again, this is really a minor complaint. What I'm really here for is the gameplay, and being an Adventure fanboy, I'm here for the Adventure nostalgia as well. Such as this nice little bed of water sitting at the foot of the lighthouse that is the predominant attraction to the first half of Emerald Coast, for those of you that remember playing the original Sonic Adventure. This section of the stage pretty much calls back to that, with the item box and whatnot. And speaking of which, the item box themselves have been overhauled to assemble their Adventure counterparts. I almost said Dreamcast, except the Adventure games aren't exclusive to the Dreamcast. So I have to wonder how the gaming industry might have changed up a bit if they were exclusively for the Dreamcast. My guess is probably not for the better. In fact, I wonder if they were originally planned to remain as Dreamcast exclusives while Sega was still a kingpin in the console industry. Sure makes me wonder how a lot of things. But seeing as I'm not exactly a historian on the lifespan of the Dreamcast, or rather Sega in general, I'm not exactly the best person to go to for this sort of knowledge. Regardless, I know you all spotted that clean victory animation with Modern Sonic. It is perfect. Calls back to the art from a title, the cover art, I should say, not the title, sorry. The cover art for the first Sonic Adventure. Calls back to that while finishing with a traditional Modern Sonic pose. And speaking of Modern Sonic, this guy looks powerful as a title logo. And the wings are very crystalline looking. Like, they have a much stronger design than I was expecting them to see. And if y'all paid close attention to the title screen, you could actually see the Space Colony art peeking out from behind the mountaintop. This is because in addition to elements from Adventure 1, you're also going to get treated to a stage from Adventure 2. Take, for instance, the Final Rush Zone. which is pretty much a makeup for the Space Colony arc with Sonic Adventure 2. I don't think we get a completely... I don't think we get an entirely full view of the arc in this state, but we get some looks at it. And it's also mapped over Metallic Madness, which means the familiar obstacle of transition between the foreground and the background of the stage will peek its head out during this zone. So yeah, between this and Emerald Coast Act 1, those are the only stages you get to play in this demo, but I assure you, both have got a lot to show off. Also, I kind of lied. We do get a very strong view of the Space Colony arc, but I think that's just the bottommost section of it, like the part that makes up the very tip of Eggman's nose from the arc. We're probably not going to get to see the asteroid part of it, where the rest of Eggman's face is drawn into it, but I could be wrong. Regardless... Oh yeah, and in lieu of being able to grind on the rails like in adventure games, you just get to run across them. I wonder if they're at work trying to integrate a rail mechanic into this Mania mod. If they actually manage to pull that off, I would be like, wow. But this mod has already been sold to me the second I saw the line, the Dreamcast. It was already 100% sell for me and an absolute must-see for this channel. So, here I am, guys. Making an absolute fool of myself, somehow jumping onto this Badnik Spike Ball rather than on the Badnik itself, which I don't usually do. Oh lord, something about the Let's Play curse while you're recording gameplay just gets to you, and I cannot for the life of me understand the science behind it. See, it's happening again! I ran straight into that saw blade! What is wrong with me tonight? Probably because I'm a little too giddy from the fact that this mod combines two of my favorite Sonic games in all of existence. And so it's a little hard not to be giddy and focused at the same time. That's really hard for me to pull off. Although don't be fooled, those tapes that look like they have fire coming out of them don't actually have hurt boxes to them, so you can move past them just fine. At first I thought they did have a hurt box, well, hitbox rather, but as it turns out, they don't. Like, see, you can stand right next to them. Also, don't bother going up that upper pathway in the background before you transition back to the foreground, as it's basically a dead end, and there's really nothing to see there except maybe a couple of item boxes. Also, dude, can we just talk about that max speed animation with a figure 8 run for Sonic? Can we just talk about top-notch animation being done? Like, it was perfect. It's not what, it is perfect! I need to be using English correctly for the purposes of commentary. Oh my goodness. Whoa, and be careful from going a little too crazy running through this stage, because if you're not careful, you might actually run to your death, because there are plenty of bottomless pits. But seeing as you are in outer space, that shouldn't surprise you. Although, I think those are only possible if you are seeing a hovering sign with an X right next to you while you're playing through the stage. And so far we see none, so there don't appear to be any bottomless pits at the moment, but I know that at the earlier part of this stage there definitely will be, so just something to take note of while you're playing through here. Anyway, seeing as this act of Metallic Madness, you probably guessed what the boss of this act will be. A pity we didn't get a boss act for Emerald Coast Act 1, but it was most likely going to be the same old boss we see in the very start of Sonic Mania, and as it is a mod, that boss also was going to get changed up, and I think we're all getting a little sick and tired of seeing that boss anyway, so it's nice to have a little reprieve on it. Now, this boss, on the other hand, resembles the Metallic Madness Act 1 boss, which in turn was inspired by Scrap Brain, finale 2 Scrap Brain from Sonic 1, so I think y'all know how this works. And I think y'all also know what the electric shield makes this boss breathe, because it renders that electric attack from the, whatever that red thing is called, completely irrelevant. Okay, the alarms are going off, I gotta maneuver myself correctly so I don't get crushed by these... What's the proper term for these things again? I keep forgetting what it is. But I don't care. No. You can't just hide behind... I almost said behind. You can't hide inside your little toy for long, egghead. You don't exactly make them durable to me, so I don't even know why you bother. Anyway, Metallic Madness. I almost called it Metallic Madness. What's wrong with me? That is it for Final Rush. And in turn, that is it for this amazing Sonic Mania mod, which was made by Team Dreamcast, and it's definitely worth your time, so please make sure you go and download this mod. I implore you, go and check it out. But look at this, a Dreamcast. How can you not love a mod that calls back to the Sega Dreamcast? Like, how can you not? Yes, the bias is sinking in again, but I don't really care. just go and check it out. Trust me, it's worth your time. This is also a continuation of my highlight series of Sonic hacking contest that went live just this week, so please be absolutely certain that you go and check out the hacking contest. It's been a fun experience this week, and it's only going to get better as we draw closer to the second half of the week. Again, I hope you all enjoy this showcase. This is GamerBlake90, Cheaper the Blue Blurs, and I will see you all in my next video. If you enjoyed what you saw here, leave those likes and comments before you go, and hit that sub button and ring that bell to keep up to date with my Sonic content, because there will be a constant flow of it. It'll literally never end. So yeah, I'll see you all next time. Until then, peace out. Blue Blurs for life.